Hi students, good evening. I hope all of you are fine. Okay. So in the last two videos, what did we study about? We studied about what do you mean by economic development, the difference between development and progress, and the features of economic development. Correct? So now today we will be learning about economic and non-economic activities. There are all the activities which happen in the country can be divided as either it is economic or it is non-economic. Now what do you mean by economic and non-economic? That I'll show you on the board. You do not need to write all this in your notebook. You just need to make notes of it in the textbook if you have economic activities. So all the activities, all the transactions, all the goods and services that we need money for the exchange of are come under economic activities. So you can just say money is involved. Either you need to earn or spend money. Clear? All the activities in which earning or spending of money is required is called economic activities. Example, buying a house. So for buying a house, you need money, you need to spend money, correct? So you cannot buy a house for free without money, correct? So buying a house is an economic activity. Now if I say service of a teacher, what is the service of a teacher? What is his job? He has to teach. So his job is to teach, but he is getting money for that. So it is an economic activity. So whether you purchase a good or you purchase a service, wherever money is involved, that goods or service becomes economic activity. Clear? Now let's come to non-economic activities. Non-economic activities are the activities in which money is not involved. Can you think of activities in which money is not involved? What is free in this world? Money is not involved. Yes. Your mother takes care of you. Does she charge you? No. When your school was on, she used to wake you up early in the morning. She used to get you ready. She used to make breakfast for you, pack your bags, pack your tiffin box, give you water bottle, so come to school to drop you, come back to school again to pick you up. So did you pay her? Do you pay her ever? No. So service of a mother, that's also a service that she does, okay? Service of mother, housewife, is all non-economic activities. Again, social service. People who do social service, those who do samaj seva, they do not charge for it. So all these are non-economic activities. So did you understand the difference between economic and non-economic activities? Good. Now I have a question for you. Okay. A teacher teaching a student is economic activity, correct? But a mother teaching her own child. Now, is it economic or non-economic? What do you think? Yeah, it is non-economic. Because if a mother teaches her own child, she will not charge money for it, correct? She will do it for free only. Does your mother teach you? And if she teaches you, does she charge you? No, she does it for free, correct? So it is non-economic activity. But if the same mother takes tuition of other students, teaches other children, not you, your other batchmates, then it is economic activities. When a person takes money for what he or she is doing, that becomes non-economic activity. Clear? Okay, now I'll share the textbook with you on the screen so that you know where we exactly are. This is the first page of our textbook and we are currently on page number 121 or 122. Let me check. Yeah, this page we are. It's page number 122. Okay. Now we've done economic and non-economic activities. Let's come to the structure of Indian economy. How does the Indian economy broadly look like? Okay, so all the activities that happen in a country can be divided into 3 sectors. Now, what are these 3 sectors? The first sector is the primary sector. Primary sector, or you can also tell it as agricultural sector. Primary or agricultural sector. Now, this sector involves all the activities which are related to agriculture, like farming, cattle rearing, cattle breeding, fishing, poultry farm, mining of raw materials, collection of forest products. Okay, all the activities which are related to agriculture comes in the primary sector. Okay, so now in India, mostly in all the developing countries like India and all, primary sector has a huge chunk of people in it, which means much people, many people, they work in agriculture and related activities. Okay, and slowly when economic development takes place, the share of primary sector reduces, which means people working in primary sector reduce and the people working in secondary sector and service sector increase. Now, what do you mean by secondary sector? So secondary sector means all the industries comes over here. So you can also tell it as the industrial sector. So all the industries in the economy comes over here, be it a small pin making factory or a huge machine making factory. All the industries come in this sector. Small scale industry, large scale industry, factories, construction, electricity, gas, water supply, all this come in the industrial sector. Okay, so this is the secondary sector. And the last sector is the service sector. So service sector में क्या होता है? Service sector includes all the services provided in the country. Trade and communication. The phone that we are using, Jio, Airtel, Vodafone, all the SIM cards that we have, it's a service that they are giving us. Okay, it's a telecommunication service, telephone service. We can talk sitting over here to a person sitting in the other city. That's a service that they are providing. So it comes, trade and communication comes in the service sector. Next is the airways. We fly and go to America, we fly and go to Europe, we fly and go to Mumbai. That's a service that we airplanes are providing us. Waterways. We go somewhere via ship. It's a waterway service that the government provides us. Education. We come to school to study. It's a service that the principal and the trustees of the school provide us. Clear? Health. You go to hospital. That's a service. Be it private hospital or a public hospital, it's a service provided to us. Banking, finance, tourism, entertainment, everything is a service. Clear? So you understood the basic difference between primary, secondary and industrial sector, secondary and service sector. So in developing countries, primary sector has the most number of people working in it. Okay, so I'm doing a downward arrow, which means in developing countries, primary sector has the most number of people working in it. So its share is also, share of national income is also high. In the industrial sector, it's lower than the primary sector. And the service sector is the least contributor to national income, which means very less number of people work in the service sector. But as and when development takes place, it becomes reverse. Most number of people work in secondary and service sector and the least number of people work in the primary sector. If you see developed economies, like Europe, USA, Russia, in these least number of people work in the agricultural sector and most number of people work in the industrial sector. Clear? So today we'll keep it till here only. All the sectors, we've done 3 types of sectors and we've done economic and non-economic activities. In the next class, we will learn about the factors of production. But before that, I want you to revise all the 3 videos, and when we have our next live class, we'll revise it and we'll do some exercise on it to test whether you've studied or not. Okay, bye, take care. This is all for today.